Guys, today we're going to do exercise 10. We're going to learn about the retouching tools. So what we are going to do, this is going to be a fun exercise because in this video, we will learn how to retouch photos. So first, I'm going to go ahead and start a canvas. I'm going to make that 72 again. Now I'm going to go to my other monitor, or I can actually bring that out here so you can see. So I just Googled a picture and I picked this one. I'm going to copy the image and we can get rid of this now. So on Photoshop, we go to File, New, select Clipboard, Create, Edit, Paste. Okay. Now we have this picture. Let's go to image size on this one. I think it's a little bit big, so let's make this 6. Okay, that's good. Now I can also crop this a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And you enter to crop. Now we're going to edit copy and go here and edit paste. Okay, now my canvas, I think I want to change the size of my canvas. Go to inches. We're going to make this about twice as wide. And in this case, we can also just make this picture a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to do a before and after in this case. All right. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Again, you can go to layer, duplicate layer, or you can also go here and select duplicate layer. But I think, yeah, you have to enter if you can't see the layers. All right, so we have the second layer, so we're going to move this right here. And this is going to be our before, so I'm going to go ahead and write here. This is our before picture. Okay, and this is going to be our after. Now, if you go to your first layer, I'm going to lock this so that we don't make any changes on this one. So we're going to work on this layer, which is here. And if you want to know and make sure you're working on the right layer, you can always click on this to make sure this is the layer you have clicked on. All right, so I'm going to go to zoom in a little bit into this picture because we're going to work on this. So we'll learn the retouching tools. All of the tools should be here, but for some reason, if you don't have it on your Photoshop, you can always go to this 3 dots and it says edit toolbar. So when you click on this, it will get you into another page where it says extra tools. So if you see any extra tools here, you can drag them into the toolbar so that you can see them. I don't see any extra tools on mine because everything is in my toolbar, but you may have, depending on what kind of Photoshop you have. If you downloaded the university version, you should have the same one as mine. Okay, now we're going to use a lot of these tools. This is my favorite tool, spot healing brush. So you can actually click on this. You can change the size of that if you want, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so spot healing, you can go to spots and heal the spots. Okay, and anytime you do any retouching, you have to be really careful not to overdo it, because if you overdo it, then the picture won't look natural and you will lose some of the shadows. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you keep the picture as natural as possible while you're correcting some of the mistakes. Okay, so you can keep doing that with this tool, and it will kind of cover all the spots. As you can see, I'm messing up some of the shadows here, so I'm going to go back a little bit and start making smaller dots here. Now, if you go to healing brush tool, oops, you have to option click. So I'm going to make this smaller. So for example, you want to get a clean spot on the face, and you want to take that and brush the rest of it with that. You can use it. So you can take the clean portion, you can just do option when you do that, and then it just kind of works just like the stamp tool, so it will copy that onto wherever you click. So let's go to the third one. The patch tool is kind of cool, so you have to click, make sure it's the source is clicked, and you can select a spot and then click on destination, and then take that spot to your destination. Okay, now again, I messed up the shadow, so I'm going to Control Z out of this. So this is how those work. If you see red eye, you can always use the red eye to get rid of the red eye. I don't think she has red eye, so we don't have to worry about that. Other than that, let's see what else we have. We can use any of these tools. For example, the sharpening tool will sharpen the picture a little bit. And when you have something selected, make sure you go to select, deselect, or you can do Control D or Command D to get rid of it, so that you can use what you have selected here. So we have selected the sharpening tool. So if I want to sharpen the eyes a little bit, I can go over them a little more and sharpen the eyes. I'm going to keep using the healing brush or spot healing brush to kind of fix that a little bit. If you make this smaller, then you can just go like this. Now, one other thing you can do is go to, see, where is that tool here? If you go to the smudge tool, the smudge will also smudge that area a little bit. That also will get rid of a lot of these, but you're kind of losing the clarity of the picture in this case. So I don't know if you want to use the smudge everywhere, but I'm thinking maybe if you use it the right way, you might be able to get a better situation here. Yeah, I think we need to smudge these a little bit. Now this is supposed to be a little bit lighter. Yeah, I like the smudge actually. Smudge makes it a little bit easier. Now here in this area, it's making it a little bit darker, and it almost looks like a painting instead. So what you can do in this case is, for example, you can go use the patch tool and select patch. For example, this area was a little bit lighter, so you can you just select an area and then go to this. Oops, that's supposed to be source. Go to source, select maybe a lighter area, go to destination and take this here and kind of the colors a little bit better. I think we need to first do the spot healing and then we do smudge. I selected such a difficult picture that's going to take me a while to do. We got rid of most of it, so now what I'm going to do is smudge the face a little bit just because you know, it will look a lot easier. All right, so now I'm going to try to sharpen the eyebrows. So you can use the sharpening tool and kind of go over the eyebrows a little bit to sharpen them. Okay, sharpen the eyes. We're going to sharpen the lips a little bit. Okay, so now let's just zoom out of this. I think we have something. It's not that great, but you can see the difference. So there are a lot of different options that you could have used. We use sharpening. I mean, you can also blur things together. You can probably smudge a little bit more of the nose here. We have the before and after. I'm going to just put here. These are the retouching tools. And I'm going to place it right here. All right, and we are done. So now you can save the file. Go to your computer. Find the Google Drive. Let's see. And this one was exercise 10. Always be careful not to overdo the retouching. You have to be a little bit careful with that. So what we did here is a little too much. So you probably don't want to do too much editing on a situation like this, because this looks more like a painting instead of a real picture. All right, and we're done with this